I feel like an AI bro, but it's like I feel excited about it. I think it's working.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, there's so much software out there too that's, like, that you just can't justify human time on, you know? And it's
Yes.
like the trade-offs aren't worth it, the money's not worth it, whatever the scenario is, the time, effort's not worth it. But it's like, this is just gonna open up all these opportunities for these other sorts of little edge case software, little open source things that you don't have to offload and kill off because, "Yeah, you know what? I can maintain this thing in, like, 5 minutes a month
Yep.
now instead of,
Exactly.
you know, even 2 hours a month," which is too much because you don't have 2 hours, but you have 5 minutes. And so, yeah, all that stuff is super cool. Yeah, I feel like it's all making sense. And there's just so much software to build. People, you don't need
So
to you
much
still
to
need all the
build.
developers, but then this is on top. Now everybody's being more productive, you can do more stuff. I know that's still up in the air, but you were up in the air about that, but I think you come around to that. You are more productive with AI. It's
Yeah,
not perfect, but
I'm
you are.
definitely more productive. I think
Yeah.
my macro take on the whole thing is I think unfortunately, I don't know when I would ever want to hire a junior developer.
Mm,
I think that's probably the worst part for like the
mm,
macro because as I'm doing this, I'm able to communicate to the thing like, "Hey, let's set up." In your head, you've got all these like architecture patterns and like, "Hey, let's, abstract it this way and let's set these things up over there and let's use this service that I'm aware of and use this method." And it's like, I just don't know what I would ever need a junior developer for anymore. I would probably, if I needed it or had the money, would hire a senior developer to kind of do the same things that I'm doing, which is talk to the machine at a high level. But I don't think I would need a junior developer to go in and just like, hey, build out this filament admin panel. Like, what do I need that for?
yeah, but see, I think that this is a bit of a fallacy, I would say, that comes out of this whole thing because when you're like a small company, you never would have hired a junior developer. I've never hired a junior
Correct.
developer
True.
ever.
True. True. True.
So even when we only had humans and no AI, in 20 years, I've never had a junior developer
Yeah.
because it's like they're not that useful. They are junior. And the problem is when you're a small company, hiring somebody who's not that useful and needs a lot of handholding is not that useful to you as though I'm trying to offload stuff that I do.
Yeah.
I probably can't offload it to somebody who doesn't have a fair amount of experience. And so the junior developer is sort of useless to me. So that's why I think that it's different at a bigger company where you have like more stuff going on. You have layers of management and layers of senior devs. And I still think they're going to need junior developers. Maybe not as many,
Mm,
maybe a different mix. The mix might be a little more towards like the junior devs are in there with the PMs more than they might have been in the past. The junior devs are on the support side and sales engineers. And like there's all these kind of roles that still require more human contact than the raw coding. But I still think there's going to be something similar to that at the right size organizations, not at a small
maybe.
organization because you never wanted them anyway. But
That's true. Yeah, I don't
in,
know. I just
yeah,
don't see how one, I don't see how juniors acquire these skills that like
yeah.
you and I have of thinking about the bigger, architecture and
Hmm.
patterns and problems. And two, I don't see what even a relatively modern big company would need a junior developer for. Like an old school bank where they don't allow AI or don't even know that it exists yet. Sure, yeah, fill up the bullpen with code monkeys and like turn them loose. But I
Yeah.
don't know. But
I don't
can't worry
know.
can't worry about everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I didn't go to school for software development and whatever. And you didn't go to school for software development, right? And we still like worked backwards into it. And I feel like now maybe that's even more the path, right? You start
Yeah.
as a junior PM and then you have some AI tools that let you build some stuff and you're building stuff. And then you're like, why doesn't this work? Right. Which is how the kind of stuff that got us started. Why doesn't this work? I want to be able to do this. Then you figure out how it all works and blah, blah, blah. And then you go forward. And now you're like, well, I mostly want to do the dev. I actually don't want to do the PM stuff anymore or whatever. And so
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but maybe you're also a junior dev for less time. Like maybe junior dev is just a stepping stone that ends quickly because you can level up faster is another aspect of it. And or you
Maybe.
don't have to learn so much of the minutia because the AI is going to paper over the most minutia, the minutia. And like now you're mostly on this a level up from that.